This guy was grieving after his cat passed away. Then he found a touching letter from a stranger. After discovering one of his pet cats dead in the road, it had been a while since Scott Ewells had a reason to smile. However, when he found a touching note from his neighbor about his late cat, he was overwhelmed with pride. Ewells lives in Norwich, England. He works as an IT technician, and in 2017, he shared his home with his two cats, Teddy and Bear. The kitties were 4-year-old tabby brothers, and they were extremely close. In fact, Teddy and Bear did everything together, often venturing through their cat flat to enjoy days out and about with one another. But in February 2018, Bear sadly didn't return from one such escapade. Ewells later found Bear's dead body near his house. He believed a driver had run over the poor cat. Naturally, the awful discovery devastated his owner. "It makes me so sad that he was taken from us so young," he wrote on Reddit in March 2018. "One morning on my way to work, I found him laid near a parked car, only a few doors down from our house," Ewells revealed. "It's so upsetting finding him like that, when both him and his brother were so full of life." However, it soon emerged that Ewells wasn't the only person on which Bear and his brother had left an impression. A couple of weeks after Bear's death, Teddy returned from his nightly hunting spree as usual. However, Ewells noticed something unusual on his collar. It seemed that someone had gotten a hold of the cat and attached a handwritten note to his collar. Upon opening the letter, Ewell realized the sender was writing to him. It transpired that Teddy and Bear have been making regular trips to a neighbor's house for quite some time, and now the neighbor was concerned that they had not seen Bear for 2 weeks. "Dear owner, I am your neighbor, living in number 4, the note read. "I'm also your cat's close friends as they, 2 cats, are used to coming to my room every day, but one of them has disappeared for 2 weeks. Is he okay?" the note continued. "I'm so worried about him. He is a lovely cat and always touched my heart. Wish he is fine." Recognizing the love letter, Ewells knew that he had to respond to the sender right away. "I wrote a note back to number 4 and posted it straight away, even as it was late in the evening," he told the dodo. "I mentioned that Bear had passed away, and was so glad that he brought joy to their lives too." Ewells also included his email address in case the neighbor wanted to chat some more. During their correspondence, Ewells discovered that his kindly neighbor was a Taiwanese student at the local university, and that Teddy and Bear had been visiting her regularly. The cat's double lives came as a surprise to their owner. However, his neighbor's stories about Bear warmed his heart. In one email, for example, the student explained how Bear and Teddy had become part of her life. She had been studying for her thesis in 2015 when the cats appeared at her back door. She joked that she felt they were supervising her work as she prepared for a presentation. After that, the brothers returned to the house every day and would play with the student and her friends. Sometimes, Bear would also take long naps on the sofa. He was so content there, in fact, that his loud snoring would occasionally keep the student awake. "Bear was just like an angel for me," the neighbor wrote. "He was a good listener when I needed a person to help me for rehearsing my presentation. He was my best friend even though we couldn't speak in English. He entirely touched my heart," she continued. "I miss him so much. I have a lot of stories about him to tell. But I'm so sorry at this moment that I cannot keep a clear mind to write properly." Needless to say, the sincere exchange provided Ewells with plenty of comfort. Realizing the student was grieving just as he was, Ewells reached out to her and invited her around to visit Bear's final resting place in his garden. The neighbor agreed to come and lay some flowers on the cat's grave. Later, Ewells decided to share his moving encounter with the online community on Reddit. The uplifting story proved popular on the site and attracted more than 350 comments in a matter of days. Meanwhile, many of people offered words of support to Ewells and his neighbor. "Such handsome little men. The fact that they've touched the lives of other people should make you very proud," wrote one user. Meanwhile, another pondered, "This is so lovely and heartbreaking. I wonder if your neighbor is lonely." Luckily for Ewells and his neighbor, they still have Teddy to keep them company, and Ewells is considering getting another kitten so that he has a feline friend. However, for now, the family are still coming to terms with the loss of Bear. That's the thing about cats. Although we do anything to keep our pets safe, some pusses just want to wander freely. Maybe it's because they can make so many more friends that way and touch so many lives during the time that they have on this planet. Thanks for watching another heartwarming video. Please check out our channel for more stories that will make your heart melt.